Don't forget, drop a like on the stream, subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that bell icon to be notified of any new content as and when we upload it to the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you're watching this around the world. Welcome to Falls from Iron. I am Gatesy, your host. Today I want to talk about the upcoming fixture later on today against Genk in the UEFA Europa League. Now, there's been some talk between certain individuals about whether today or the game on Sunday against Liverpool is our most important game for the foreseeable future. There seems to have been a lot of people that put the Liverpool game above the Genk game. I fundamentally disagree. Now, I tell you why. I believe we beat Genk, which I think we're quite likely to do, if we put out a full strength team, or as close to it as possible. Maybe the sort of team that we put out against Manchester City in the League Cup might be enough, but somewhere in and around that region. I don't believe that putting out a team of complete reserves from 1 to 11 would probably be a great idea, although there are some positions that I can see that you could say that, well, is that player a reserve? I mean, Alphonse Areola, I know he's, as far as the Premier League, yes, he is a reserve, but between him and Fabianski, there's not really too much to choose between. Issa Diop and Angelo Ogbonna, Craig Dawson as well. Are they reserve players that fundamentally weaken our first 11? Probably not. But then there's other players. I mean, to be fair, left back's probably the spot that I'm thinking of. I mean, Arthur Masuaku in instead of Aaron Cresswell. Listen, Arthur Masuaku further up the pitch, I haven't got a problem with that. Arthur Masuaku at left back, I'd rather leave my cow in charge with McDonald's. You know, I really wouldn't put Arthur Masuaku at left back. And then if you're not going to put Arthur Masuaku at left back, who are you going to put? Ryan Fredericks? Ben Johnson? With all due respect to them, they're right backs. You're putting a square peg in a round hole. So I think that we need to go strong, because if we win this game tonight, puts us on 4 games played, 4 wins, maximum points, 12 points. Okay, Genk would only have 3 points, so they're out of the equation. And then if there's a draw in the other game between Dinamo Zagreb and Rapid Vienna, they're on 4 points. There's 2 games left at that point. Do the maths. They can only get another 6 points at best. Puts them on 10 points, they're still 2 points adrift. We've won the group. So it then gives us the opportunity that in the remaining 2 games, which are obviously at home to Dinamo Zagreb, away to Rapid Vienna, we could put out a team of under 23s if we wanted to. You know, it really wouldn't matter. They're 2 dead rubbers. So it then opens up a couple of opportunities for the first team squad, or a large percentage of them at the very least, to completely put their feet up, have the night off, maybe even go and do some warm weather training somewhere like Dubai or something like that. I don't know, whatever. But it opens up an awful lot of opportunity for players that maybe need a rest to get that rest. And I mentioned one earlier, Aaron Cresswell, Declan Rice. These are players that are playing pretty much week in, week out. So it would then open up the opportunity for them to sort of put their feet up, have a relax, recharge the batteries, and then go again. I mean, the next Europa League game, if we finish top and we don't play until we get to the last 16, because don't forget, UEFA have brought this new thing in where if you finish second in your group, you don't go straight through. You play in a playoff round against the teams that are coming down from the Champions League. So the teams that finish third in the group stage of the Champions League drop down to a playoff round and play the teams that finish second in the Europa League. So I'd like to try and avoid that, because it's an extra match in theory. So, and also you could be playing against potentially Barcelona, you know. So let's try and avoid that. Let's get this group wrapped up, put out a strong team tonight, Mr. Moyes, and put this tie to bed. I thought that Genk in the first game played some neat and tidy football, in fairness to them. Looked a little bit lacking in punch up top though, and that's what cost them. We had a 15-minute spell between Craig Dawson's goal in the 45th minute +1 and when Jared Bowen scored to make it 3-0, we had about a 15-minute spell where we really put them under the pump and put them under pressure and made our chances count. Aaron Cresswell's delivery again was absolutely crucial, and we need to have him in the team tonight because his delivery is going to be key. Genk have conceded 4 set-piece goals in this tournament. 2 of them obviously were to us in the first game, which was obviously Craig Dawson's goal and Issa Diop's. Again, both of them were played in by Aaron Cresswell, so I think he's going to be vital tonight. I would absolutely start with Aaron Cresswell. Obviously, like I say, I know there's going to be some players that are rested. I'm fully expecting to see Alphonse Areola coming in for Lucas Fabianski. I'm expecting to see at least one of either Issa Diop or Craig Dawson coming in. Maybe even both of them are going to start. I don't know. I saw some pictures on social media of the players getting onto the plane to go to Belgium, and Declan Rice is there, Saïd Benrahma's there, Pablo Fornals is there, Ben Johnson's there, Kurt Zouma's there. So there are going to be first teamers. It's not like he's told Declan Rice to stay at home, Kurt Zouma to stay at home. He is taking a full strength squad. Whether he picks his strongest 11, we're going to find out tonight, obviously. But I think I think we need to. I know people say that the Liverpool game's important, and I kind of agree with that, because from a confidence point of view, if you stop and think about it, in a very short space of time in English domestic football, we will have beaten Manchester United, Manchester City, albeit on penalties, and if we turn them over on Sunday, Liverpool, that would be a massive boost to our confidence. I'm fairly sure I'm right in saying that the last time we did that in one season was the last season at the Boleyn. We beat Liverpool 3-0 at Anfield. We obviously beat Manchester United on the last game 3-2. And we went to Manchester City and won 2-1 if I remember correctly. I think Victor Moses scored if I remember correctly. Anyway, so it would be a massive, massive boost if we could actually turn Liverpool over on Sunday. I completely get that. But even if we lost against Liverpool, and providing the performance was one we could look back on and go, actually we was really unlucky there. Let's say a 2-1 defeat, which has been the scoreline in our last 2 defeats in the Premier League to Brentford and Manchester United, both of which obviously came in the last minute or two of the 90. So if we had at least a performance like that we could sort of point to, and even if we didn't come up with the 3 points or even 1 point, we could look at it and go, actually we ran them bloody close, and this is a team that fairly recently have won a Premier League title and a European Champions League title, so they're no mugs. And you know, we that would give us at least something to grab onto. And there's what, another 27 Premier League games, so even if we dropped points against Liverpool on Sunday, we've still got an awful lot of scope to claw those particular points back. So I personally think that the Genk game tonight is the more important in terms of the bigger picture, in my opinion, because like I say, it allows us to rest players. If we get tonight, knock them out of the way, puts us on 12 points, and that's pretty much the game, the Group 1. It will be the Group 1 for definite if the other fixture, Rapid Vienna and Dinamo Zagreb, finishes a draw, because they won't be able to bridge that gap. I'm not too sure if one of those teams, 2 teams win. They're currently on 3 points at the minute, puts them on 6 points. If we win tonight, there's a chance, but I don't know if it's the first separator, if teams are locked on points, whether they do head-to-head record or whether they do goal difference. But either way, to be fair, I think we'd have the whip hand there. So anyway, so that's my thoughts. Genk, in my opinion, is the game that's the more important of the 2 between Genk and Liverpool. If we get the game done, the Group 1 tonight, then we can rest players completely in the next 2 group stages. They're dead rubbers, it really doesn't matter. I appreciate that the Liverpool game obviously is significant, but you know, I know they're not mutually exclusive, but I think I would probably lean towards putting out a strong team tonight and seeing how we go for the game on Sunday. So, but let me know what you think. I could be completely talking nonsense, and you might be sitting there thinking he's lost his mind. But please, you've got a comment section down below. Tell me your reasons. If you think I'm wrong, give me your reasons for it. I know that Charlie Walsh from Hammers Chat actually agrees with me and says that the Genk game is of the two. He thinks that it's of greater importance. However, I know that his colleague Ray on Hammers Chat happens to think that the Liverpool game is the more important of the two. So let me know what you think. As always, comment sections are below. Please don't forget, drop a like on the stream, subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that bell icon to be notified of any new content as and when we upload it to the channel. As always, come on you Irons.